So Pat's going to get us started with a tour of the outside of the house.
So here we are on our block. These homes are all the way down, and across the street we happen to have the largest hospital in all the Netherlands. It serves the whole north of the country, and as you'll see with someone coming right by, we have a bike lane right in front of our house as people continue to make their way on their daily business. So you come into our patio area. This is our house here. This is Elise's bike, Dan's bike, my bike, and those bikes belong to our neighbors. We kind of share this inner courtyard. And here's our front door. I'll let us in, and I'll turn the tour over to Janet.
Okay, so we're coming on in the house. We have a nice little vestibule here with a door that actually closes, which I like because this is the coolest part of the house with the air from the outside. So it actually creates a barrier and it keeps the house nice and warm inside. We have our coat rack here, which is great to utilize that space. This door here goes actually to a basement area that I'm not. It's more than a crawl space, but less than a traditional basement that we think of in the States. But it's a nice area to have a little bit of room to put something. So this is the rest of the front hallway. This cabinet is for our shoes and keys and things like that.
Let me just catch the door.
And then we will make our way into the living area. Let's start over here with our living room. And this is an area where we just hang out as a family. There are often you'll see Elise over here at this part of the couch, and Pat or I might be here, and someone else may be in a chair over here. So we have plenty of space kind of to spread out. The fireplace, it does work, but we're not utilizing it this winter because it's a little complicated. And we get the wonderful natural light from the front of the house here, which is really important, and we really love that. We've talked about how ballet is really important to our daughter, and you can see that there's always some sign of ballet in the house. And so this is our...
Yeah. And before we move on, I was just going to mention we have these neat touches of woodwork in the home, and some of the old tile that's here, just going back to the earliest time of the house.
This is our living area, so we have a nice big dining room table that you can actually fit 8 at this table pretty comfortably, but usually it's just us. And a nice bookshelf where we have the owners of the house emptied out some of the bookshelves so that we could put some of our things here. And one of the best features of this space down here is that you can see straight from the front of the house all the way through to the back of the house, where we have these lovely doors that will open in just a minute. I'm going to show you the kitchen first, and then we'll come back here. This is our kitchen, and really pleased with a really well-equipped kitchen with a great oven and all the appliances that we need. This is actually the fridge, and you can see we're all learning Dutch, so we have little stickies with Dutch names everywhere so that we'll remember that the refrigerator is the koelkast. And just plenty of space for dishes and everything, so we're really pleased with that. And there is a door that also goes outside to the patio.
And dishwasher. And
the dishwasher. And again, you might think that this was just a cabinet, but it's the dishwasher. And so, just a beautiful space here.
I'm just noticing too, again, some of the Dutch tile that they have around the kitchen.
So I'm going to open the door and then let Pat take over. It's always a little bit.
You just have to give it a good push.
Yeah. There we go. Now I'll let Pat take over the tour of the back of the house.
Coming out to our garden. So we loved this when we first moved here. We had this open all the time. Flowers are all over the place in the garden. Normally, we would have big puffy cushions all over the couch area.
The bench.
And they also even have this rope swing. Or rope chair, I guess I should say, which is a great place just to hang out with a cup of coffee. You come on back out. We wanted to have a little bit of outside space, but we didn't anticipate we'd have this much space. In fact, we come all the way back. That's a shed that has your gardening implements, electric lawnmower, a couple other bikes that the owners keep. They had a
Couple rabbits.
couple rabbits in that area there. Then you keep coming on back. And I'm in the process here of planting tulips. I've wanted to plant tulips for my wife for years and thought how fun it would be back in Kansas to plant some tulips that would, as a surprise in autumn, that would pop up in the spring. But I got some tulips here. Our owners of the property had said, feel free to plant something. We hope they meant it, because I've planted 60 tulip bulbs, and you want to cover the area that you planted them in so that squirrels or other animals won't dig in there. So this is our space, and if we look back, you can see how it just graciously opens up, and it's just a wonderful spot to be. So I'll turn it back to Janet. She takes us back in. We could do you want to do the bathroom?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm just going to add that as we go up, our rooms go up that side, but directly above us are our other neighbors. So it's not us right over our dining room.
Okay, so we can go into the bathroom area, and this is our bathroom. One of the things that we love about this is that the floors have radiant heat, and so it's really nice to come in here if you're barefoot and to just be warm. Sometimes if I'm really chilly and my feet are cold, I literally just come in here in the bathroom and take my socks off and just stand or even sit on the floor and just get warm. It is absolutely wonderful. So come on in. This is our shower with 2 shower heads and even a handheld shower head over there. So that's really great. And this is the heater and the beautiful stone sinks that we have here. So that actually happens to be our daughter's wish list for Christmas that she wanted to put in a conspicuous place. And we have a little bit of Kansas here. I love the Kansas sky, we all do. So this is really the rest of the bathroom, a nice, beautiful, spacious tub and a window to the outside. And again, more storage space. So it's just a lovely bathroom, much more than we expected. And we're just really happy with it. So I am going to now hand it over to Pat, and he's going to take us upstairs.
So I mentioned in the backyard how our property goes up onto the second and also to a third floor, but it kind of goes up in a tower over on the side. So our dining room and living room, above those spaces, our neighbors live. But we go up this way, and in Dutch fashion, you go up in a hurry.
Yeah,
So it's
steep.
It's steep. I'll toss the light on in here. So this is our master bedroom. which is enough space to have a bed and a little dresser over here on this side, but otherwise it's fairly compact. One thing that I love that I've never had is on the bed they have these great little lamps that are terrific for reading at night. If you don't want to bother your partner, you can go ahead and turn on a lamp and read away. From here we go up to the third floor, and for that we're going to turn it over to our daughter Elise.
Hi. I'm gonna take you to the third floor. Okay. This is my room. Yeah. There's my bed and my chair. And then from this window, you can kind of see into our backyard. And then down a little hallway area is the guest room. When guests come, they sleep in here, but usually my parents just use it for their clothes.